Okay, so I already tried explaining like 5 times my build, but each time it took way too long, so you're going to see a lot of text boxes. You need to read them in order to understand what I'm talking about, because this is high level. So we have a Luminate Sword. You need a Moonshine Relic and a Demonite Sword. I bought a Jinx Bionti Demonite Sword because enchants save when they are crafted into weapons. The reason why I want this Luminate Sword is because it has a lot of multi-hit moves. I mean the crit is multi-hit, right? So you can instantly build up parrying dagger stack, which will give you 30% more damage. So that's a weapon. You can also use mind breaking. It's marginally better, like 1% better, but it's not worth it because you have a purple screen. But if you want min-max damage and you're poor, you should use mind breaking. If you're a new player, you should use Opal or Jinx Citrine. It's called Jinx Annulling. So here's my blade. I have a Jinx Annulling Blade of Fallen. This is what you use to learn all the move patterns, because when you parry, you heal 5% max HP. It encourages you to parry, and you can heal a lot. And it's really good once you learn to attack. If you can parry like half the attacks, you'll heal a ton of HP. Next, we need to go over our relics. Parrying dagger is a must. Demon Heart is for Turtle Shell or Power Glove. Power Glove is for damage maxing if you want to speedrun the game. And then for War Banner, this is for farming the ant major. I'll explain the strategy right now. Kill 3 ants, equip the War Banner, kill the 4th ant, the Storm Major will spawn. You'll have 12 seconds of the 30% extra damage buff with the War Banner to kill the ant major. After that, you unequip the War Banner, and then you wait for the Storm Major CD to be up. You can check the CD by checking your active status effects in your F6 and checking when the Storm Major CD is up. It'll also show you other useful things like your penetration and your armor stat. That's how you know that the penetration in PVE scaling is 6.25 and your armor scaling stat is 2x of what your armor says in the stat description. We use a Lizard Race for 20% pen resistance, and Bone Skewer reduces all of their resistance, so you don't need a lot of penetration in order to overpen the enemies for extra 10% damage. Next, we're going to go over some alternative gears. So for Queen Bee, you want the Spike Wrist Guard. When you parry them, you reflect the damage to your attacker. Otherwise, you want the War Banner for Storm Major, right? So once you're not farming Storm Major, you can just use the parrying dagger, because why not? Or you can use a defense stat stick like a Cobalt Shield for 6 more defense and 2 magic armor defense. And then we have Heavy Rock Doctor to get Magic Pen and DVM. Monster damage for our Luminate Sword, so we'll do more damage because the Luminate Sword does magic damage. If you're using a physical set and you want physical armor, you can use the heavy samurai set. I have a heavy Hierarch set, so it can show off the defense that you get. So let me just equip this heavy B set, basically. I think that's what it's called. And as you can see, we'll have 45.5 armor, which is enough to hit soft cap for Fizz, which is basically all you need because not many things deal magic damage in this game. And yeah, you want Mage to use the Radiant, so it's not very useful anymore. Also, interaction with the Bleed with the Luminate Sword. It does bleed. Bleed heals you a lot more with the Umbral Flame Charge. With the Bone Skewer, you heal even more per M1 because you inflict more bleed damage on the enemy. And your skills, you want to chain them. If you're in Queen Bee or somewhat longer fight, you want to use your skills. For Storm Major, you don't really want to use them. They're a waste of time. Bone Skewer is also a waste of time if you're speedrunning, but otherwise it is very good for casual players. If you want the maximum damage, you want to go Tyran. And if you want a better damage rate of class, then you want to go Priest. And then let's see what I miss. Oh yeah, if you're using Mind Breaking, you want to use Lunatic, obviously. And the Turtle Shell is really good for the 1-star. It gives 4.9 in both defenses. It's really strong. And yeah, that's it.